Welcome back, everyone. Next act here, and we are going to be continuing with the long-awaited final phase of 20-5 Orchestra Hall. First things first, I do want to explain basically what's been going on. I didn't make a post about this because I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to, but if you don't know what happened, I mean, a lot of my friend group already knows what happened, and some people on Elsword already know what happened. But basically, I ended up fracturing my ankle. I got hurt at work, and been trying to deal with that. And I also got sick. So yeah, we've been coping a little bit. But I feel better now, and I actually did want to get this out as soon as possible because this is the final part, and then I also have to make an exoskeleton guide as well. That is going to be the next video. I'm not too sure if I'll be able to get that out by March or not, but we'll see about that. But for now, we're gonna jump right in on 25 Phase 2 Orchestra Hall. So upon the start of the phase, you meet the boss. This is the conductor. Basically his, I don't want to say alter ego. The conductor, it's kind of hinted that the conductor is controlling this guy. It's the maestro. His attacks are pretty straightforward. That's one of his attacks there, that line that just went across. He does this multiple times, by the way. In solo mode, if you get hit, you only take 1%. Which, by the way, one thing I do want to mention, this bar at the top here, if you do damage in solo mode, don't worry about this. Literally, don't worry about this. There's no other way I can put it. Basically, what this is here for is this is here to represent how close you are to getting a debuff. When this fills up to 100%, it'll first lock your potion here. If it fills up to 100% again, it'll lock your Q skill, 2, A, 3, S, 4, W, 5, at E, you get it. It's just gonna continuously alternate between your potions and your skills and just lock them up. So you do have a few options here. There are mechs that cleanse this debuff in this dungeon, which we will talk about when they come up, or you know, if you get too many locked, you're kind of just screwed. Because it's pretty difficult to actually get to the point where you can actually get the debuff cleansed if you have nothing to hit the boss with. Now, the good news is it starts on the left side of your skill bar, which, me personally, this is kind of where I put the more useless skills, excluding Irelina. But the skills I don't tend to use go on the left side here. So Perfect Storm, Nature's Force is just an active, which is just simple, I just press it. But Rising Falcon is one that I really use. So the useless skills tend to be on this side. And your more pressed buttons, at least for me, tend to be on this side. So you have your Transcendence slot, unless of course you change your keybinds. But regardless, it doesn't matter. It goes the same. 1, this slot, 2, this slot, 3, this slot, you get it. But yeah, avoid the hits if you're not confident in defeating this boss before he starts locking everything off. Now, one other thing I want to talk about. You see up here where he says adjust to the new tempo, 1, 2, 1, 2. What this means, this dude gets faster. The lower his health gets, the faster he goes. This dude will start throwing off attacks left and right. Like it's gonna get pretty crazy. You'll see what I mean in a minute here. But at the beginning here, he's still pretty slow. Also, by the way, those lasers that I mentioned, they can be either horizontal or they can be vertical. Now, you don't like I said, solo mode, don't really gotta worry about it. But if you're in party play, try to avoid them unless you're confident in your DPS. So you can see here, I'm just eating it because it's 1% per hit, like it's nothing. Now, again, right here, 211, this is an HP mech. He is going to teleport us to a piano, the inside of a piano. And over here, in solo mode, the conductor sends a party message. So make sure you have all chat on, or at least party chat so you can see this. And it's not filtered out because it does send it in party chat. The conductor will tell you what to play. In regular party play, the conductor does not tell you. Instead, a random party member will be selected and will be teleported to the outside of the piano where they can see up here the notes to play. And then you just type those notes in chat, and then just like the conductor did here, well, you don't have to say the sheet to play, but you just type the notes in chat and then literally just play the notes. That's it. It's very simple. The one thing that might trip you up, and I'm glad that I actually got this in a single take, C exclamation point means C sharp. The regular C is going to be all the way on the left over here. C sharp is this one. So you see how it's like a C, but it's got a line going through it? That's C sharp. You can't really type that, so for C sharp, you do C exclamation point. Make sure that if you see this C right here, you type that in chat in party play. Otherwise, your party could fail this mechanic. After you're done with this, the boss teleports you back, and he gets Groggy, letting you DPS. You can dish out some mean damage and be able to get him to his next HP threshold, which is 136 bars. As you can see, once he hits this, I cannot hit him anymore, so all we need to do is wait. Again, this 136 bar is going to be tempo change. This is the attack I was talking about where it gets crazy. This attack right here, do me a solid. Don't try to avoid it. You're wasting DPS time for one thing, and not only that, it's super hard to avoid in the first place. Like, unless you're a character that can just sort of fly off to the side, it's super hard to avoid this attack. The best thing to do, if you're not confident in your ability to tank, you can double green in this dungeon if you really wanted to, and you could green during this. One, so your DPS can start dishing out some damage while he's doing this, because you can still hit the boss while you're doing this, or while he's doing this. And you could also spam your heals and keep your party alive. In solo mode, this doesn't really do anything. Like, seriously, it does no damage in solo mode. Now, this might be because my adaptation is 55%. If your adaptation is lower, of course, it might hurt. It could. But yeah, in party play, just try to avoid it. 46 bar HP Mech. Everybody gets transformed into a, well, not everybody. 4 people will get transformed into an instrument. In party play, it's the exact same thing. The people who get transformed in an instrument match the instruments in the background. Now, what you're gonna need to do is 1, 2, 3, 4. You play in order. Whoever has the yellow light on them is the one that's playing. Now, as we just saw, I'm gonna go back for a second. As we saw, after I got transformed, it zoomed in on this violin in the background, and you see the yellow light. Then you see it play these notes. So, the one thing that you will do in party play is the notes you see, if you look down here at the bottom, you see those same colored notes. So, some people type it like 1, 2, 3. Other people do actually ZXC. So, the pattern that would be this one, at least for me, I do 1, 2, 3. So the pattern that I would type for this one is 1, 1, 3, 3. Then only thing you need to do, 1, 1, 3, 3. As you can see, the computer is going to play it, and it passes. Same thing, 2, 3, 2, 3. Literally the most simple thing. Then it's my turn. 1, 3, 3, 1. As you can see, 1, 3, 3, 1. That's it. 3, 2, 1, 1. And you see? 3, 2, 1, 1. And the mech is passed. One thing I do want to mention. If this mech is failed, this bar, every single time you press an incorrect note, that bar is going to fill up a lot, even in solo mode. It is going to, I think it's like 30 or 40% per missed note. So if you don't know what the pattern is, literally just don't press anything, because this is just going to fill up. In party play, you probably don't have to worry about it because somebody's probably going to type it out. But if you weren't paying attention and nobody types it out, kind of screwed. So here's what you're going to do instead. Nothing. If you don't press a thing, the boss will kill you and it will heal a bit, but it is better than filling this bar up 3 or 4 times and banning 1, 2, 3, like 2 skills and 2 potions. It is way better than that to just die. Yeah, the boss heals, and you're not really supposed to do that. I know we've covered that numerous times. You're not really supposed to do that. But in a dungeon like this, gotta sacrifice something. But realistically, this mech should not be failed to begin with, because it is literally super easy. Moving on, after this mechanic is the same thing. The boss will get Groggy. And these are the main mechanics you'll see anyway. Now, once the boss's HP hits 0, the HP bar disappears, as you can see, but the fight's not over. The boss isn't disappearing. Why is that? You might be asking. The boss is saying, everyone's so gorgeous. Let us create the best stage until the encore. So you remember how in Ran Raid, when you got him to, and when you got the boss initially in the last phase of the last dungeon, you initially got him to 0. How he just healed instantly 100 bars and just went berserk? Same thing. And I'm actually going to show what the boss does here. So pretty much in this berserk phase, the boss will heal. In solo mode, it is significantly less. I'm just going to get him down, ready to just one-shot him. And it is the same attack that you have to deal with. Again, this really hurts in party mode. You want to try to kill him before he can do this multiple times. Eventually, the boss will stop and get that same groggy state, allowing you to kill him. However, if for any reason you are unable to kill him in one cycle, he will just do it again. Then he'll get groggy. Then he'll do it again. Then he'll get groggy. Then he'll do it again. Until you kill it. And that's pretty much it. You see, there's our friend the conductor. So, this dungeon might seem like a lot, especially phase 1. Phase 1 is actually a heck of a lot harder than phase 2 is. I will be the first one to say that for this guy. And the reason why is because the mechs are harder to understand for phase 1. However, as long as you stay at it and you use solo mode as a way to practice, you can get through it. You got to be able to believe the confidence in yourself to run these dungeons is what you need. This goes for any new player. You have to be confident in yourself and your ability to understand these mechanics and your ability to perform these mechanics and get it done. This dungeon is a dungeon that is needed for progression, because not only does it drop exascale materials, for example circuits, you also get reforging materials from this dungeon, as well as, now I had already done it at the time of this, but you do get T circuits from this dungeon, from these raids. You have to do this. These T circuits are essential to building your armor. Now granted, what you get is random, even the effect is random, but if you happen to drop something you need, slap it on your armor. I'm going to be making an exascale guide soon talking about this, and we will I'll hopefully be able to get that out by the end of the month. Hopefully. I'm going to try, but I can't promise anything. But this video will at least be out, and the Serpentium raid will be completely covered. So, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys keep breaking some legs, you keep doing the whoosh, and y'all stay awesome. We'll see you soon.